Welcome back, everyone, to another week of Platinum Achievements. As always, I'm Ray, and I'm joined by the sweet prince himself, Gary.
Heyo! How's it
And
going?
pretty good, pretty good. I want to start by wishing everyone a happy Halloween, because I believe this episode will be the last one before Halloween. So it's a Halloween-themed episode.
Happy Halloween, boys and girls.
Spooky. Um, I'm being a good boy. I am not hopping on any Battle Royales and buying any Halloween skins. Not by
You are never a good boy.
Dude, I was not in a great mood last night when I wanted to play Alan Wake 2, and I was put into an awfully bummed mood. So I just went onto Xbox, looked for a sweet deal, and I picked up a game called Scars Above for like $6. It's supposed to be like an
Gotta get that sweet retail therapy.
I know it's supposed to be like an okay like third person sci-fi shooter, but I'm just like I'm
Gotta
not
buy something.
playing I'm not playing Alan Wake 2 while I'm in a shitty mood, because then I'll just associate it with that. So
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm like, I don't even. So then I just hopped on another game, which I'll go over in a second. But
Mhm.
yeah, then I bought that. So, um, since we're pressed for time, we're gonna just hop right into it. Let's load up our Area X apps, even though I'm pretty sure I've done nothing this week.
I've done pretty much nothing too, but at
All right, so
least nothing on the Xbox side.
my
I'm a naughty boy.
my app hasn't updated. Something's wrong with Area X.
Ooh,
Shame. Yeah, I can tell it didn't update. Okay.
shame.
Luckily, I got my Xbox pulled up. I haven't done anything on PlayStation, so my trophies are still sitting pretty at 115 platinum, 767 gold, 1015 silver, and 2379 bronze. I plan on changing that at some point,
Mm-hmm.
but let me boot up. I've got my Xbox already loaded up, so let's see what I've done. I'm currently sitting pretty at 718,555 gamer score. And I believe I got a couple achievements in Vampire Survivor.
Nice.
And there's no way that's all I did. Oh, I got a couple achievements in Assassin's Creed, but you guys saw that in last week's gameplay. And then I played a little bit of Battlefield 4, which is the game that I hopped into when I wasn't feeling my best, because I just want to shoot some guys, you know what I'm saying? And I slowly got to chip away at my DLC assignments, because it's all I have left in the game to complete it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Have you did you ever play Battlefield 4?
I played it briefly when it came out on the Xbox One, like around the launch of the Xbox One. I think I got like halfway through the campaign. Online was really fun.
The online's fun. I don't like the vehicle maps,
Yeah,
but I love like the close quarters combat games.
yeah. I've always really enjoyed the Battlefield games online. They're crazy.
Those the assignments are not super easy, not super hard, but they're easily boostable. So they're just gonna cost a little money, unfortunately. Kind of sucks. But
Yeah.
renting a server is the way to go.
How much does that cost?
I think it's like I looked it up the other day. I think it's like just shy of. I want to say it's like just shy of $1 a day, and then you could do like, or maybe it's
That's
like
actually not that bad at all.
I think it's like $1.49 for one day. It's like $6.50 for 7 days, and then I think it's $60 for 3 months, and then maybe $25 for a whole month. I think. So if you only need 4 people too, and then you could just boot people as they come in. So it's definitely doable if you have a solid group. But
I mean, $1 a day is not that bad at all, especially if you like split it between whoever you're
yeah.
boosting with. That's like
Oh yeah,
nothing.
that's the plan.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
yeah, I mean, I think I bought Battlefield 4 like pretty cheap, but they also, I think it was like the lead up to like Battlefield, I want to say Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 5. it was like every month they just gave away one of the DLCs. So
Okay.
I think I only had to pay like $6 for the base game, and then the DLCs were all essentially free. It was great.
Hmm.
But I
Nice.
mean, as time's gone on, I think you get like the premium edition, which is all the like the complete edition. I think you could get it for like as low as $10.
Yeah, it would go on sale occasionally.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we're recording a day early because I have my anniversary dinner tomorrow night, so I'll be going out for that.
Well, happy anniversary.
Thank you. It's actually Saturday, but I think she's working all Saturday.
How many years is that?
Too many years. Too many years. Um, let's
Is that
see.
your way of saying I don't remember?
No, no, I have to think about it because we've been together for oh
High school.
shit. No, but might as well have been 14 years. We started dating like one
Wow.
week. We started dating 1 week into college.
Damn.
She she lived 3 doors down from me in my dorm, and I wasn't really trying to work hard to find a girlfriend. So funny. The funny part is we were both eyeing up people at the other end of the halls. So like
Hmm.
our dorm hall was split. So I was kind of at the beginning of the guys were, and she was kind of at the beginning where the girls were. And there were some cutie McBooties like further down the hall, which I had no shot in hell with. And then there were some guys at the end of the hall that, or a guy she had a thing for, but uh, let's just say he was way more experienced than she could possibly handle. For embarrassing context, I was her first kiss.
Ooh.
She was not mine,
Damn, that poor girl.
dude. It was. I mean, it was by choice. I think,
I mean,
but
I know from experience how badly you kiss, so.
dude, I've gotten pretty good.
Mm.
But yeah, I think not to get too graphic, but the first time we kissed, she had no idea how to do it, so she just shoved her whole tongue in my mouth, and I was very taken aback.
Like, oh, okay, I guess that's happening.
I was like trying to be a gentleman about it, and
Hmm.
she's like, sorry, I'm like you're my first kiss, and I'm like, yeah, I can fucking tell. But anyway, um, Gary, what have you been playing this week?
Uh, Not a lot. It's kind of been, I don't know. I've kind of been in a funk where I haven't really wanted to play much, but I did finish over this past weekend. I got my Resident Evil 7 plat, which is nice. Um,
Mm-hmm. Wait,
I
Resident
mean,
Evil 7? Biohazard?
yeah, that's what I've been
Nice.
working on. For
Is
the
that a hard
second,
one?
Madhouse can be pretty annoying. Um,
Is that the one with like limited
I
saves?
Yeah, it's limited saves. The enemies hit like trucks. Um, Honestly, like the worst enemies are like the crawlers because they can one shot you and they move super fast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have you played the game at all?
No, no. That
Okay.
I skipped that one, and then I hopped on. I think I hopped on back for Village, but I
Villages,
have
yeah.
the like complete edition for 7. I just haven't gone to it.
It's good. It's honestly probably my top one in my top maybe top 5. I don't know about top 3, but of RE games.
Glasses
It's
across
really
the
good.
room.
It's scary as hell. Um if you play in VR. I tried playing it in VR and I gave up halfway through the playthrough. I was like, nah, I can't.
Yeah, I
It's
wouldn't
too
do that.
stressful.
I would not do that.
Yeah, it was too stressful. I was like, nah, nope. But yeah, I got the plat in that. Which is good. Cool. Bueno. I'm probably not gonna go for the 100% right now. I use OptiNoob's guide, um,
Mm-hmm.
which I did last time. Solid ass guy, by the way. I can't remember if I shouted him out, but he makes amazing guides. Like he literally plays through a game like 8 times to come up with the absolute fastest and most efficient way to
I
get a
have to
game
look into
done.
that.
And it's pretty much it's like an any man's guide. Like it's not like, oh, you got to be speedrunner level. It's you can literally be average at video games and probably still get a platinum in any guide that you follow of his. Um, but yeah, I followed that again. I think I got it in. Hold up, I have an app that keeps track of my time because I'm OCD. I got it in 13 hours and 43 minutes, which actually isn't that bad at all. 2 playthroughs. But yeah. I'm probably not going to go for the 100% for a while because he mentioned that he's actually going to he's going to remake his guide, but he's going to do all the DLC with it. So I'm probably just going to wait until he does that and just follow his guide for the DLC because
He's gonna RE remake
some of
that shit.
it's, huh?
He's gonna RE remake that shit.
Right, exactly. Um, but yeah, and plus I still want to try to get to RE1, which I've been dragging my feet to start. I've been wanting to start it all week, but I've also haven't been wanting to start it all week because I know it's the last time I've dipped my toes in that game multiple times,
Mm-hmm.
and it, in my opinion, being one of the hardest Resident Evil games, and I'm terrible, and my memorization is ass. I when it comes to remembering, oh, where did I just found this key item? Where was that door? Like that kind of stuff drives me crazy. Like I like those kind of games, like survival horrors and Metroidvanias and all that kind of stuff, but my memory is just so bad that half the time I have to like look up a guide on where to go, and it just kind of ruins the game. But I don't know. I've been in a funk. I haven't really wanted to play anything all week. Yesterday, I literally just got home. It was the only day that I didn't work super late, and I just watched like horror movies all day.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty much been it. I really only played. I think I literally only played it on the weekend. I haven't played anything this week. So.
I'm gonna tell you, your next Resident Evil game is gonna be RE Verse.
Oh God, no.
Have you tried that?
I have not, but I've heard it's rough.
It's okay. I
Is
completed
it?
it. Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I got it for free. I think with I got it for free somehow with Village. I can't remember if it was like a pre-order bonus or if it was.
I think it comes with it.
It must have been a pre-order bonus.
That's a completion that Colin doesn't have. Come on, Colin, get on that.
Ooh, he doesn't have RE Verse. I have one he doesn't. Ooh, it
Mm-hmm.
is not a hard completion. It's unless you're like playing with randoms.
How long did it take you? About.
Ooh, if I had to guess, I'd say 10 hours just because of terrible matches, and
That's not bad at all.
also I'm doggy doo doo at the game, and it doesn't play great. But
Does it have a plat?
let's find out. I actually have no idea because I did it on Xbox.
I'm doing a live lookup. Nope, it does not. Damn it.
Doesn't have a plat. Jeez.
No, but it's 11.9% for the 100%. That's actually not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, it's not hard. Like the hardest part is just because it's a PvP game.
Yeah.
So the hardest part is
Can
just
you boost all of it?
yes, yeah, for sure.
Huh, you spot on. The guide says 10 hours, like you said.
Did it? Am I really?
That's
Nice.
funny. Yeah. I
No,
do kind of want to play it.
it's
I'm not gonna lie.
it's very boostable. I mean, and with the amount of people in the Discord, you could definitely find a gaggle of geese to play with. I don't think you need too many people.
I didn't know geese knew how to play Resident Evil.
I want to say you might need like 4 people to have the majority of the lobbies, I think, and then you're pretty much set.
So somebody made a topic saying boosting only needs 4 out of 6. So that's not too bad.
Dude, I'm on a roll with remembering that game. Yeah, it's not terrible. It could be way worse, and I mean I got it for free. I know it's not a free game, but
I thought it came with Village. I swear I got it too when I bought Village.
it came with Village somehow. I can't remember if it was like a
Because I didn't pre-order Village, so.
no, you know what? I think it was if you got Village. I think Reverse wasn't out yet, and they were giving it away with it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Damn, Resistance is an 8 out of 10. Sheesh. And it's a 4.5%. Sheesh. I want that one. Umbrella Corps is only 3.2%. Sheesh.
What about Raccoon City?
That's 3.7, which I do want to go for at some point. I bought it on PS3, and I talked to my buddy. I bought him a copy of it too, and I talked him into buying the DLC, so we're gonna do it eventually. But apparently it runs like dog doo-doo on PS3.
Everyone's buying everyone games.
I know.
Before we we'll put a pin in that because I'm gonna bring that item up later. Let's since we are a little pressed for time, we have a bunch of news stories, but some of them are kind of rapid fire, so we'll be flying through them. Gary, you want to start with PlayStation or Xbox?
Let's do some Xbox.
Xbox. Okay. Let me just take a peek through what we got here. No. That's all multi-plat. Okay. This is a section we're going to get in some news. We do have a bunch of viewer questions this week, so we're going to cherry pick a few of them as they become relevant and answer them through the news stories. Other than that, some of them are tied to our main topics, which our main topics this week are going to be our top 5 Ubisoft games and our top 5 Halloween games. Oh, buzz.
Oh,
I don't even know what the hell just buzzed. Okay.
somebody slipped into your DMs.
I wish.
Whoa, I hope your wife doesn't listen to
It's open, don't worry.
this.
Alright, as for the first news story coming to us from True Achievements, Heidi Nicholas. Just an interesting little update. A game I'm excited to play at some point. Game Pass is excellent. Dungeons of Hinterbergs adds 9 new achievements. I don't believe this game's on Xbox or on PlayStation at this point, but the developer.
It's not no, sorry. I was gonna say I think it's on PlayStation, but I think I saw it on Steam. So
I don't think
quote me
it's on
that.
PlayStation yet. I'd be surprised if it's an exclusive for a while. But let's see. New Dungeons of Hinterberg achievements are available now with a new title update bringing more content to what we reckon is one of the best cozy games on Xbox Game Pass. Dungeons of Hinterberg's latest update adds 9 new achievements along with a new game plus. So,
oh god, everything has New Game Plus.
Yeah.
Why is that such a trend now?
Just to get people to play the game. I don't know. That and like,
I hate it.
if there's not like an end game, like if there's an end game to your game, then I understand it more. But if you can just like roam around after, I don't see the point of a new game plus really.
Quick side tangent, since we're bringing up this topic of New Game Plus before I forget my thought process. The only game I wish had a New Game Plus that never added it was the new Ratchet and Clank game.
Okay.
Because you basically like fully upgrade your stuff and then you start New Game Plus, I think, for one of the trophies, and they give you all this like cool stuff to use, but then there's no trophy for actually beating it in New Game Plus to use it. And I'm like, ugh. That's like one of the few games that should have a New Game Plus trophy, but doesn't.
So
it's like, come on, man.
It has a new game plus, right? But it's just not. You're not really required to go all the way.
Yeah, you all you have to do is start it, and there's like I think because there's a trophy tied to like unlocking either all the weapons, which you can only do at the beginning of New Game Plus, or unlocking a specific weapon. I think it's the Rhino.
Okay.
But I wish they would have added one, because then it would have given me incentive to go back and play it again, because that's actually one that I wanted to, but it's like the only one that didn't add a New Game Plus. I'm like, come on, Insomniac, get your shit together.
I thought you were going to say the game you wanted a New Game Plus in was Custer's Revenge.
I mean, I always do New Game Plus that. I don't need a trophy for it.
Do you know what that game is?
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a naughty game.
That is disgusting. That game. That game ever existed.
It's so bad.
We're not gonna explain it here. You guys can look it up on your own.
You guys can just Google it. Just don't Google it in front of it's NSFW. So
very much FYI. So. It's an Atari game, but it is highly inappropriate.
It's real naughty,
dude. How did who? I don't even know where to start with that game.
Yeah,
we might have to do a Let's Play on it.
Oh boy,
I don't think they would allow that on YouTube.
I don't think so either.
Outside of like an educational context.
Yeah,
you have to blur a lot. Okay, I could go on about that game, but I won't. When are we gonna get an HD remake?
Oh God.
But the Dungeons of Hinterberg new achievements, they're pretty easy looking. Complete a monster club quest, equip 15 charms at once, take a selfie in an outfit, unlock some outfits. It's pretty easy. There's no actual New Game Plus achievement, but I guess there's just things easier to do in New Game Plus, or they're just adding New Game Plus as an option now.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I do want to play Dungeons of Hinterberg at some point. It's a very beautiful looking game. Something I could play with Sammy for sure. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Damn, I am.
What's next? I think what we'll do is we will, since we're starting on the Xbox side, we will slowly ease our way into the PlayStation news. But we'll go multi-plat next. And the next story is also from True Achievements. In case you haven't noticed, I grabbed most of my news stories from that and PlayStation trophies just because, we want our news stories to be achievement trophy focused. So I'm cutting that comment off at the pass. But Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Xbox achievements arrive as another DLC pack. Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah, that's whack.
Written by Sean Carey. So the way that this is working is, I will say it's better on Xbox, the situation, than what it is on PlayStation. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
So on the Xbox side, it seems like, let me see if I remember how this is. Let me pull up the list. Black Ops 6. See, that's okay, so they have it as an add-on. Here we go. So Call of Duty recently, I don't know if they rebranded it or if they redid the lists. But you have Modern Warfare 2 is on the PlayStation is the base game. The remaster or not remaster. The new Modern Warfare 2 is the base game. So that has a platinum. And then Modern Warfare 3 and now Black Ops 6 are DLC packs. So they don't have platinums and they're stuck under the Modern Warfare 2 banner. I will say on the Xbox side at least, they have transitioned Modern Warfare 2 to being a DLC list, I guess, or it might be still the base game, but it's under the Call of Duty game, if that makes any sense. So Call of Duty is the game, and then there's 1,000-point lists for Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and now Black Ops 6. Okay. So I like it better laid out on the Xbox side, but on the PlayStation side, it blows that you can't get a platinum, and it's just essentially. I don't like when
you literally have to play the inferior version to get a platinum, which is stupid. Like, really?
I don't like. I think the comments kind of disingenuous, and people are like, "Oh, it's just a DLC. Like, it's not even. It's like it's not just a DLC." But I get where they're coming from. Mm-hmm. Like I've seen that comment a few times where they just say it's just a big DLC. It's like, well, it's not. It's a full game. Just it's a weird mix of Sony policies and Activision's desire to have it all under one list for some reason. Mm-hmm. I don't. Both sides of it, I really don't get.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna play Black Ops 6 at all?
Probably not. If I do, it's probably gonna be. I don't know. I don't really play Call of Duty games anymore. I used to when I was younger, and then I kind of just they don't really hold my interest anymore.
I fell off at Black Ops 1 just because I didn't like. I think they were showing like, oh, you can change there was way too much customization. It seemed really goofy. Where like you could change your reticle to like a smiley face.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't need this. I'm good with Modern Warfare 2. But then I did I've picked up a couple Call of Duties here and there. I think I did let me think. I think it was like on sale or something. I got it for like maybe $10. There was like there's a dual pack with let me think. With I think it's Advanced Warfare. No, not Advanced Warfare. It's Infinite Warfare and let me look it up. There was a combo disc pack that I bought. Google Infinite Warfare combo game. Let's see. Okay, so it is. Okay, so I picked up the Infinite Warfare. Okay. It was Infinite Warfare, and it came with Let me double check, make sure I'm right here. Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered. So, and I think I got it for like $10. You can get it on Amazon right now for like 23. Pretty good deal.
Okay.
Pretty good
Yeah,
deal.
for sure. Pretty easy.
But then but yeah, I also picked up World War II. I thought that one was actually really good.
You okay, Kira?
Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, so did you try?
If you guys are wondering, Kira is Ray's pet name.
Yep. Did you So yeah, you skipped a bunch of Call of Duties. World War II, I thought was actually pretty good. That's the one with Josh Duhamel, where they go back to World War II. Surprisingly good campaign.
I think the only I literally only played. So I played basically my timeline of Call of Duties that I played were back on 360 primarily. I did 2, 3, 4, which is Modern Warfare, and then I did World at War. I did Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2,
World at War was so
and
good.
then I skipped. I kind of fell off. Like I didn't really do. I did Modern Warfare 2 and 3 as well. But I didn't really do. I skipped the next generation pretty much. I think I like dipped my toe into Black Ops 3 and maybe Ghosts or something. But after that, I just like, this isn't really my cup of tea anymore. Like,
it's a game series that's never gonna stop.
It's not.
And I've seen some people always complain about, they're like, who plays these games? I'm like, guys, it's literally like, not to like demean the audience, but I'm like, it's like 14-year-olds, because I remember when I was in high school and slightly younger, it was, I can't wait to be a little older so I can play the new Call of Duty. And it's like a cycle. And I mean, sure, there's people that play it when they're older, but you really get into that cycle, I think, when you're like that age, and then you're in it for a few years, and then you'll cycle out usually. But Yep. The achievement trophy situation, not ideal. I do hope at some point they get away from that, but I mean, it's such a niche problem. Like, it's the same thing that the people were complaining. I forget which one was it, where there was the whole petition where everyone signed it. They're like, we're not playing Call of Duty this year. Like, we're gonna boycott it. And then you check the list again, and it shows all the people playing Call of Duty that signed the petition. It's just gonna be that again. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
All right, on to the next story. Some server closures are being announced for 3 more Xbox games, and I would assume similar for PlayStation variants. Sean Carey at True Achievements. And let's see, what are the games? You're looking at Divine Knockout. Never played it. You're looking at it said 3, right? Oh, EA Sports Rory McIlroy PGA Tour. Remember, they renamed it that after Tiger Woods had his little scuffle with his wife. So I think they've gone back to Tiger Woods, though, haven't they, for PGA games?
I don't know.
I wouldn't know either. But the big one, quote unquote, the one that's more near and dear to us, Hi-Res Studios' Realm Royale will be shutting down, which is unfortunate. It's a very fun battle royale game, fantasy style with some guns and everything like that. We had a blast playing this. Were you involved when we played that? I think so.
No.
Oh, you weren't. I remember it was me, Skrilla Slugger, and a few others for sure.
The weird thing is, I literally have no recollection of you guys even like doing that, because I was usually involved in those.
It was like, we played it very quickly after I joined the Discord. I think, I forget how the topic came up, but I can't remember if I did it on Xbox or PlayStation first. But yeah, it was pretty quick. It's not a long game to complete. It's pretty easy. They will be shutting down in, let's see, just give an actual date. They're going to shut down January 16th. If you're interested in a very fun, cartoony, fantasy-style battle royale, Realm Royale Reforged, definitely doable by then, for sure. It's not a hard completion at all. I think the only difficult one really is to snipe an opponent that's like 800 meters away. All of these can be boosted pretty easily though, and the player base is so small that it's mostly bots at this point, which really helps build confidence, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So definitely get on those games. Definitely get on Realm Royale. It's an easy platinum, easy 1,000 gamer score. Can't go wrong. I wonder if I don't think there was any. Oh, you know what I really liked about so you never played this with us?
No, that's
When
I literally don't even remember you guys like bringing up the fact that you were playing. It's weird.
so the funny thing is when you get downed, you get turned into a little chicken and you got to run away. And then you can and then you can like not respawn, but you pop back up. So
yeah, that's pretty funny.
I think there was one for like killing a certain amount of chickens or something like that. It's a fun game, very fun game. If you, like I said, if you wanna go for it, I'll be there for you, my guy.
Well, I probably won't.
Oh well, missing out on a glorious platinum. Typical.
I'll
What?
just pay somebody to do it.
Yeah, that is your MO. All right, let's see.
I've just owned it at this point.
Yeah.
Can't beat him, join him.
Now, the footage on screen is going to be Alan Wake 2. I've already decided that. I'm really looking forward to finally sitting down and playing that game.
It's currently. I thought you were going to say the footage on screen was me buying trophies.
No. We can get that though.
Okay.
I have a guy. So, Alan Wake 2, that's your footage on screen, and we have three new stories, pretty rapid fire, related to Alan Wake 2's physical release, or the anniversary update, I guess, more specifically. Let me see. I want to make sure I'm doing these in kind of the right order. Okay. So let's begin with, again, from Sean Carey, True Achievements. Alan Wake 2 Anniversary Update will make unlocking achievements even easier. And I don't even know what the achievements are at this point. I've been kind of keeping my distance, no spoilers.
Pretty much, I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm just saying it's pretty much just doing everything.
Is there like a nightmare mode?
A trophy for it? No.
Really? Okay. Are there collectibles tied to nightmare mode, like in the first game?
No.
Awesome. Okay.
You can literally play on the easy difficulty if you want to.
I will probably still. This feels like a game that I do want to play on normal at least.
I played on normal, yeah, and I felt like the difficulty was pretty well balanced.
So, they're adding an update for the anniversary, and if you've played Control, some of this will sound pretty familiar to Control. Let's see. Okay, cut down to this paragraph midway through. The gameplay assist menu, which is being enabled, allows you to enable options such as I don't want to spoil it just yet. Remedy confirmed that turning these options on will not disable Xbox achievements. It shouldn't disable trophies either. So you'll be free to blitz through the game pretty easily. Oh wow, there's actually some really cool stuff in here. Okay, so here's a quick list. The PlayStation actually has a few other additions that I think are tied to more PlayStation-specific features, but I'm just going over the Xbox ones right now. These are also on PlayStation, though. So there are quick gameplay assists for a quick turn. I don't know exactly what that means. So you can auto-complete some QTEs, which is cool. You can turn button tapping into a single button tap, which I honestly might throw that on so I don't hurt my old man hands. Weapon changing with taps. Tell me if any of this rings any bells for you, Gary. What's weapon changing with taps?
Because I think it's.
How do you change weapons right now?
I'm trying to think.
Because this kind of sounds like it turns into like a Gears of War where you just like tap on the D-pad.
I want to say you like hold down a bumper and you use the D-pad.
Oh, so it's like a rotation wheel?
I think so. I'm pretty sure that's how it was. Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, it looks like you might be able to assign things to different button taps. Because then the next one is healing items with taps, light shifter with taps, and now the cool ones: player invulnerability, player immortality, one-shot kills, infinite ammo, infinite flashlight batteries.
That would just completely kill the game if you used half of those.
Yeah. So me and Gary were talking about this. Control has these features in there. What I did and what I'll probably do with Alan Wake is when I play it the first time, I won't use any of these. I'll play it like how it was supposed to be played. Now, if I were to play subsequent versions, like if I were to pick up like the PS5 version, I have no problem with me like just throwing these on and just running through it just to re-enjoy the story. Like when I played Control the first time, did it legit, and then the second, third, fourth, possibly fifth time, I think I've played it 4 to 5 times. Once I did those, I threw on all these helpers because I just enjoy the story and the world so much. So I was just like, I just want to run through them.
Mm-hmm.
But fret not, the first time I will be playing legit. Probably on normal. If there's no reason to play on Nightmare, I probably won't play it.
Yeah. I mean, my buddy even went through, there's no trophy for it, but my buddy even went through on New Game Plus and completed the whole game in New Game Plus just to see whatever new content there was. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to pass on that. I'm just going to look it up on YouTube.
Is there supposed to be is there new content in New Game Plus?
Yeah, they add more story to it. Like
really?
It completely changes, it changes the ending.
Really? I might have to do that.
I mean, I'm kind of tempted to just use the assist mode to go through New Game Plus just to like kind of, I mean, because the gameplay is pretty fun too, but then I don't have to worry about like any of the challenge. I can just focus on the story and the, enjoy the gameplay.
Yeah, and if you throw that on easy too, oh, you'll be flying.
Oh, for sure.
I think I cruised through like the complete editions of Control on PlayStation. Like, it must have been like 10 hours. Because I just got like the rapid fire gun, and then once you put on one shot, one kill, and infinite like invulnerability, you're just flying through them.
Yeah.
Feel like a god. What else? Okay, so yeah, those are the anniversary updates. Enjoy them at your leisure. Next up, along with the anniversary update, Alan Wake 2 just had its second, and I believe its last piece of DLC, released the Lake House DLC, and it's getting decent reviews. It gives you some trophies, gives you 160 gamer score as well. This is also by Sean Carey. I'm not going to look at what they are, but I can't imagine it's anything crazy. But the DLC is Alan Wake's second and final expansion, playing as an FBC agent, Kieran Estevez, who I believe is in the game at some point. It ties very heavily into a Control and potential Control sequel, although I guess it's not potential because we know one's coming. So, Alan Wake 2 DLC, The Lake House. Go play it.
Do it now.
And then, tying into that DLC, also on True Achievements, Alan Wake 2's Buggy Lake House achievement has a weird workaround, and this is also by Sean Carey. He's getting a lot of time on today's show. And honestly, this kind of seems like there's a problem with one of the Alan Wake remasters. I think it's the PS5 version. I think. I'd have to check. But Alan Wake 2's DLC added 10 new achievements. And while nearly all of them are working correctly, the Shape of a Man achievement is causing some headaches. You need to discover the fate of Rudolph Lane, which can be done by accessing a specific room on floor -2 with a level 3 security clearance, so definitely Control, definitely in the vein of Control. It's completing the requirements. Players report that the achievement doesn't unlock, however there's a rather weird workaround. Basically, you need to switch your game from performance mode to quality mode, and reload your save, watch a projection again, and it should unlock your achievement, so just a little PSA for you. And it ties into the Alan Wake remaster on PlayStation. I'd have to, I don't know which one it is, but the Signal DLC in either the PS4 or PS5 version, there is a notorious crashing issue, and the workaround for that is to, I think you have to turn off, I have recorded a video for it as like a guide, so at some point that'll go up. I'll probably actually put that up next week, since it's topical. But you have to, again, much like this, you have to switch it to quality mode. But in the Alan Wake remaster, I think you have to turn off, motion blur and turn off film grain, and it'll let you complete the DLC, because without doing that, it is impossible to complete the DLC in one run without dying or reloading a checkpoint. So
Yeah.
just a heads up for you, everybody. Are you already have Alan Wake 2? Did you get any of the expansions?
I have the season pass. I just haven't played any
nice.
expansions. Yeah.
Okay. I plan
Mm-hmm.
on.
I got it on sale. I think it was like
Very nice.
30% off at one point, and I was like doing it. And then I split the cost with my buddy because we basically game share on PlayStation 5.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're naughty boys.
Is game sharing as easy as it is on Xbox?
It's super easy. You
Is
literally
it
just
good?
sign in to the other person's account, activate. Basically, you basically just activate. What do you call it? Like enable game sharing for that account on that PlayStation 5,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can literally play the same game at the same time.
Does one of you?
Um,
So is it? I don't know if you've done it on Xbox, but the way that it works is, um, like if we were to do it between ourselves, I give you my license. Your Xbox is now the home Xbox, and mine is just like an away Xbox. So
yeah, that's
I just
100%
have
what
to
it is.
be I have to be online to access the games. But you having it as the home Xbox, you can access it online, offline, whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is too
Okay.
on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. And
Works pretty well.
they know it's a thing, but they can't really. I don't think there's
Yeah, they
really a
don't.
workaround for it.
I don't think they care about it. Like, I mean, it's literally a
Yeah.
feature.
Yeah. Because I mean, the way it's meant to be used is like it's
Like
I
families and
used to
stuff, I'd imagine.
so I used to game share with my buddy, and then at some point I think it was I took it back at some point. I forget why. Oh, it's because we I needed my game access to my games on both floors. So the Xbox One X downstairs is my home Xbox, and then my Series X is my. Is that how it works? Yeah, my Series X I have to always be online for. Which, if you're not online, it messes with your achievements. So I don't really care either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Game sharing's great. Game sharing is great.
Yeah, it is.
All right, let's move on to the PlayStation news. Do you want sad news or more like okay, whatever news first?
Okay, whatever news.
What happened? I'm not using an ad blocker. Get out of here.
You're not using ad blocker?
No, I don't know why
this,
it's saying.
in
I don't
this
know why it's saying I'm
economy?
using an ad blocker. This one comes to us from PlayStationLifestyle.net, written by Zarmina Khan. PlayStation 5's resume activity feature is apparently gone for good.
Oh no.
I think we've talked about how much of a like non-feature this is when we were talking about you getting your Xbox Series X.
Yeah, it's yeah.
It's so for those that don't know, on one side or the other, Xbox has the quick resume, which you can resume. I think it's like at least four games.
Yeah, it just depends on the type of game, I think.
Yeah. And yeah, if it's like Battlefield 4, for example, can't really quick resume because it messes with your like it has to be an online ping. But if you're just playing some single player games, like you can just boot those up right where you were. It's in such a great feature. PlayStation on the other hand doesn't have quick resume. They had like resume activity, which you could do with one game, but also was it Game Picker, which let you pick like a quick list of your last couple games or last two games.
I think it's Game Switcher, but I've like literally never used it.
It's literally just a quick, not a quick resume, but it's like, oh, these are the two games you were playing before. You want to boot one up? And
when you can literally just do it on the dashboard, it doesn't make any sense.
I think if it's the last game that was open, it'll boot it up where you were. But if you're doing the other one, it won't work.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's apparently gone after an update, most likely due to a lack of use.
That's like an oh no, anyways moment.
Yeah, there were a lot of features that and I don't want to be like, oh, I told you so. But when they revealed like all those like dashboard features on the PlayStation 5, like the game help, and the game cards and the activities and all that stuff. I was like, it's like half of these are not going to be used, and I don't know why they're trying to implement them.
Mm-hmm.
Like the PlayStation, the cards. There was the. Do you remember when they first showed the PS5 and it was like, here's your cards, here's the activity, here's how long it'll take. You can jump into the game at this specific point to use this. I'm like, no one's gonna use that.
Yeah, I never used that. Like
Never
once.
did. The game hints or whatever, very cool feature, but I knew that was not going to be supported for long. I think I used it for like Astrobot or Astro's Playroom. Was that it? That was the one on PS5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Astro's Playroom, because the other one's Rescue Mission.
Mm-hmm.
I used it for there. It was helpful. It was cool, but it would require such a library of content to maintain for that to be like a commonly used feature. There's just no way.
Yeah.
Helps with trophies though. And then the sad news for PlayStation fans, or if you're like me, it's good news. Coming to us from Kotaku, this is from Zach Zweisen. No plans for Spider-Man 2 story DLC, Insomniac confirms. So, I know people were very excited for potential Spider-Man DLC, much like the first game had. Insomniac saying no plans.
Yeah.
And which is kind of a shame, because there were some things that were kind of set up for DLCs. When they went, I've talked about it with, I think, his actual name's Cade, but Green Gorilla in the Discord.
Yeah.
We had a little back and forth about this.
I never knew his real name actually.
I didn't know until we did. We were on another show together for
Yeah.
the True Colors, and the guy that was running it, he was like, "All right, so it's gonna be Smackerly and Cade." I'm like, who the hell is Cade? I'm like, well, if the guy running it isn't, then it's got to be this other guy.
I like how they use your screen name and they use his real name.
Yeah, I mean,
I
whatever.
guess because they didn't know your real name.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, if it's asked, I'll bring it up, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I gave him my real name ahead of time, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Did you tell him it was Gary?
yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, they're not doing it. I think it had to do with some of the leaks. But also when it was revealed that they were working on a Venom game that was kind of probably going to be like the Miles Morales. They're working on Wolverine, and they're working on a Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
Those are all on Insomniac's plate, with Sony being in as much financial trouble as they are. Not trouble, but like you had Concord that kind of shit the bed. Until Dawn's not doing great, and you have these other games that are probably going to sell well. I'm like, there's no way that they're going to kind of waste time on DLCs.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because I don't think the DLCs did particularly well, but also the Disney license like takes so much money from them in order to keep pushing out these licensed games. So
yeah,
really not surprising, but a lot of people not too happy about it. Which did you see the video that I posted of the Instagram reel?
which one?
There was some guy was, first of all, he says, I don't know his name. I just know the video. He says in the video he never played it, and he was like, imagine spending $70 on this game and not getting DLC.
Oh, yeah. That was such a weird take.
I'm like, you're spending $70 to get DLC, like not to play the actual game.
You didn't pay $70 on a game just for that experience. Like you're expecting more. like
the DLC is
such
never
a weird take.
Dude, it was so. I'm like, what the hell is this? What the hell is this?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I didn't play the game. I'm like, well, clearly.
Yeah, it's like, okay, play the game, then come back and give us an opinion.
Did you play Spider-Man 2?
Yeah.
I thought it was the weakest of the three, personally.
It's hard. It's hard. I don't know. I still feel like the first one's the best one.
So
just
I
because
would
there
agree.
were maybe it's bias because it was the first like one of its kind, but
You
I
just
don't
don't
know.
like the you just don't like playing as a minority. I get it.
Yep, definitely. I always throw those games in the trash. I skipped that one for sure. No, but no, I don't know. I just felt like the story just hits a lot harder in the first
It
one
was definitely
than
like
any.
because it was something kind of new. Like I mean
Yeah.
we've had superhero games before, but like
Hmm.
to this scale, even though we've had the Arkham games, like this the Spider-Man game was amazing, pun
Yeah.
intended. The
Hmm.
only real downside of the first game was the Mary Jane missions,
Yeah, I hated those.
which the Spider-Man 2 Mary Jane missions so much fun.
They're okay.
Running around with your little taser and like
I mean, they made it better, but they're still not great.
but then they put in the other girl mission. And I mean it was one mission, but I'm just like you're really making me play as a deaf girl right now.
The Venom mission though. Oof.
I didn't like playing as Venom.
What?
Nah, I was just like, I'm just a big
I
burly boy.
I thought it was cool. Like it was a cool set piece.
I mean, it was a cool
Um,
set piece, but I was just like, I'm like, I don't really want to. I'm like, I'm
Granted, I
just.
don't know how they're gonna make a whole game into that, but
I hope they don't. I hope they make Venom slimmer and bring back Topher Grace to play Eddie Brock. Oh wait, no,
I think
wait,
I think they're gonna keep the
wait.
same.
Was there an Eddie Brock in Spider-Man 2?
No.
No, the Cletus Cassidy's in there.
Mhm.
Carnage. Well, not Carnage, but the guy who
He's not
becomes
even in the
Carnage.
main story. He's like a side story.
Was he in this? He wasn't in the first game as the DLC, right?
No.
Okay, yeah, he was in like a side story. You don't even have to go and play,
Yeah,
I
it
believe.
it was kind of weird because
I
Carnage has always been such a major character. I'm surprised they kind of
They were teasing him.
relegated him to a side story.
They were definitely setting. See, I don't think people are saying that Carnage was like set up for the DLC. I don't think they would have done Carnage in the DLC. I think they were setting him up for either the Venom game or Spider-Man. The Venom game would make sense, but for Spider-Man 3 at least.
Mhm.
I did enjoy Spider-Man 2 though, but I really liked Miles Morales. I actually got a little emotional by the end because I'm like, oh, this
I don't know.
they made it really feel like he was part of a community, which I thought was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I liked it, but it was a little bit
Ethnic, I get it.
no. Um I was gonna say it was a little bit dramatic. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and the villain wasn't
um,
as great
I just
for
didn't
sure
feel as much from the story of that one.
because
But
he wasn't wearing his
yeah, like
Nikes, right?
exactly. Yeah, those green Nikes, or teal or whatever they were.
I think they were teal.
Um, yeah, I think they're teal. But or oh no, they're seafoam green.
Ooh,
But yeah, it was still a good story. I still liked
I
Miles
lo-
Morales and everything,
I
but it
do.
just didn't hit me as hard
It's a solid trilogy of games so far.
for sure. Yeah, I do like how they if you play them all, um, within a decent time span of each other, it
Hmm.
kind of feels like a natural evolution. Like
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
fact
yeah.
that it's you're playing as one character, you play as a different character in the quote unquote sequel, and then they bring new game mechanics, and then the actual sequel, they just throw both of them in there, and you basically get to switch. I like how you can switch between, and there's just a ton of costumes.
Hmm. Oh, I love all the costumes.
Yeah, that was like one of my favorite parts. It was so cool.
I think that's like a and they did it with
This the
they've done it with the Batman games too, which is nice.
Yeah,
Or at
yeah.
least did they do them? I didn't play Arkham City.
Neither did
I
I. Well,
can't
actually,
remember.
I played a little bit of it, but
I can't remember if they did it in Asylum, but like Arkham Knight for sure. There were, and I think they're still releasing suits too. So
jeez.
many suits.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think they recently put out the Robert Pattinson Batman. I think he's in there now.
Hmm.
I think they have the Kevin Conroy Batman, the animated one. I think is in there. Pretty cool. It, it's kind of like that's kind of like a necessity for these types of games now. Like if you have a superhero game and you don't have all of these. Like, if they do a Superman game, they need to have like a million different suits in there.
Yeah.
Even though Superman's my favorite superhero, I don't see an easy way to make a Superman game, like, at all. Let someone figure it out, but I mean, it's been tried.
Yeah.
And then the last news story, which is going to tie into a couple of our viewer questions. Ubisoft is in the early stages of a new Rayman project. This is True Achievements, Tom West. It's been over a decade since we started collecting the Rayman Legends achievements. Jesus Christ, it's been a decade.
Yep.
Did you play Rayman Legends?
I played Origins.
Okay. It's basically the same, but,
Yeah.
probably looks a little better.
Mm-hmm.
The first, I think it's like one of the first levels in Rayman Legends. You jump across a castle to the tune of Black Betty, which is so good.
Yeah, I love those themed levels.
The awesomeness level achievements and trophies are a nightmare, though. You need to play like and be decent like every day for like 5 months straight.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I never jumped into Legends. I was like, yeah, fuck that.
It's such a good game, though. Such a good game. But yeah, they're working on a new Rayman project. I hope it's not. I hope it's not one of these Legends or Origins games again. I would love another like 3D platformer, like Rayman 3, which I have on the Xbox. I just haven't started yet. We are pleased to confirm that Ubisoft Montpellier and Ubisoft Milan have recently started an exploration phase of the Rayman brand. Didn't Ubisoft Montpellier just get disbanded, though? Oh, no. Following news this week, it's actually in the article. Ubisoft disbanded the Prince of Persia Town Cream... the Lost Crown team. After it failed to meet sales expectations, Ubisoft confirmed it's working on a new Rayman project. So I guess it was just the team within the Ubisoft Montpellier, because I believe that was the ones that did Lost Crown. I guess they're not fired or let go. They just, like, disbanded that team and sent them to... Like, they're going to start working on new games, but they're still working there, I guess. So, Okay. At least that's my understanding without looking too far into it. But, yeah, I would love, like, a 3D collect-a-thon Rayman. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
And with that, we're going to jump into some of our viewer questions. Some of these are very Ubisoft focused because we're gonna do a couple. Some of these are kind of like some of these are pretty easy to rapid fire. Let me see. Pulling up my screenshots. Okay. Okay, we're gonna rapid fire some of these. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. I have 2 or 3 questions that are actually like achievement trophy related, so we'll hold off on those for a little bit. Let's run through the list. And Gary, we're gonna rapid fire so we can get into our main topics. But what era do you think was peak Ubisoft, and what is each of your favorite Assassin's Creed games? This is from Colin. I will go first. The era for peak Ubisoft was around the time of Far Cry 3, Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag. I'd say that was probably the peak of popularity and quality. There you go, Colin. Question answered. Next up, from Fate. How much optimism do you have for AC Shadows? Where would you want them to go next? How optimistic are you for AC Shadows?
I'm cautiously optimistic. I want it to be good, but I don't know. Their track record lately has not been great.
That's how I kind of feel. I mean, as far as Assassin's Creed's, they've been nothing but successful. Like Valhalla, I think, was their most successful one.
Yeah, but it got a lot of negative reviews for being bloated.
Yeah, for sure. I have it sitting on my shelf, the collector's edition, and I bought the DLCs. I haven't touched it because I want to finish Odyssey first.
It's like, get ready to dump 150 hours into it to 100%.
Oh my god, yes. And where do you want them to go next? Honestly, next, I would prefer if they did a present day story to wrap up all the present day stuff, It could be like a Mirage level game, like a smaller one, just like finish all of it, and then instead of doing like the anime stuff to go back in time, I would prefer that they just do historical games, but like Assassin's Creed games, like not tied to future stuff or present day or the super past. But that's what I would like.
I kind of want one that's strictly present day or pretty close to present day,
Mm-hmm.
where it's almost like a hybrid of that and Watch Dogs, where
Okay.
you're basically running around as like, I don't know, the Assassin's Brotherhood basically carried over in present day. Obviously, I mean that's Abstergo, but um, you're basically running around. You have targets, and I say that it's like Watch Dogs in a way because you can basically like, I guess more like maybe GTA-ish, where you can literally like you can parkour, but you can also use vehicles and stuff. Um, None of that. I wouldn't say any of the technology stuff from Watch Dogs, like hacking and stuff, because I feel like then at that point it's just Watch Dogs 4. But I don't know. Like I kind of feel like Syndicate was kind of a cool step in the closer to current time frame, but it's still pretty far off. So I think something even closer. I mean, it doesn't have to be present day, but just something a little
Yeah.
more current would be cool because it'd be
I
more
mean,
kind of more unique.
in Watch Dogs 1, I think you do kill your boss from Assassin's Creed 4.
Hmm.
I don't know if you knew that. It's like one of the side
Hmm.
missions.
Okay, okay, I did not know that at all.
Yeah, they do tie those games in pretty well. Like all of them. Like even Far Cry has
That's
some
cool.
Assassin's Creed stuff in there.
Yeah,
All right, next question from Slugger. When given the option, do you play as male or female assassin? I play as female assassin every time, if given the
me
option.
too. Me
Yep.
too. I mean, I've only played. I guess if you include Syndicate, I never finished Syndicate, but I feel like the
Well, Syndicate
voice
forced
actors
you. Syndicate forced you to play as both.
will, but in free roam you can
Oh,
choose
in
either
free
or.
roam, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but there was
Um.
not as there weren't as many main. You definitely played more as the male for sure as Jacob.
Yeah.
But like
But
in
in the
AC Odyssey, I think was the first one that let you pick for the full game, and
yeah.
then Valhalla. I haven't really done anything in Valhalla. I'm maybe like a third of the way through Origins, and I love playing as Cassandra for sure.
Yeah, Cassandra I think is the superior of the two. Her voice acting is like on point too.
Mm-hmm.
So
David in the Discord wants to know, since AC Origins released, which one have you liked the most of the modern AC games? So that would be Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. I haven't played enough of Valhalla to make a judgment on that. I'm not far enough in Odyssey, although I would probably assume Odyssey would be my favorite. But I did really like Origins, and I 100%ed it.
I've only played out of the three. I've never played Origins. I platinumed Odyssey on my previous profile, and I put like 2 hours into Valhalla when it came out. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
obviously Odyssey, but I absolutely love anything related to like whatchamacallit, like gladiators, Roman Empire, that kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff, like
Completely agree.
Greece.
Are you going to see Gladiator too?
Um, I don't know.
I
It's
heard it's
just
good.
it looks pretty decent, but it's just I don't know. Me and my buddy were joking when we went to the theaters last week that like every preview was like for a reboot or a sequel of something, and I'm like, man, they're out of ideas. Like
Oh, for sure.
it's kind of sad, but I might go see it. I don't know.
I
I
mean,
might if I
the
do, I'd
problem is
probably rewatch the first one first.
IP is king. That's what makes the most
Yeah,
money.
yeah, for sure. But I loved Odyssey. Like I want to do it again on my new profile and 100% it because the nice thing too is it runs at 60 on PS5, so
Mm-hmm.
even better. But yeah, I thought it was super fun. I agree with David. I feel like it doesn't feel that much like an Assassin's Creed game anymore.
No,
But
they're very different, but
yeah, but I
they're
still
also
thought it was
nice.
great.
I do hope they go back to the, and I think they're planning on it with Shadows.
Yeah.
Next up from the Portland Kevin, uh, if Splinter Cell were to get a reboot, who do you think has a voice that with enough gravitas to replace Michael Ironside? Um,
Did he
who do you
die?
think? No, I just think they're not bringing him back.
Oh man, nope. Nobody can replace Michael Ironside. Although they already did in Blacklist.
Yeah, they did
So
replace him. It wasn't Blacklist. Blacklist was good. I enjoyed Blacklist.
I did too.
As far as an actor to replace him, Paul Rubens.
Paul Rubens. I need a visual. Hold on. Live look up. Live look up. Rubens. Really? Is that a joke answer?
It's sure, why
Pee Wee
not?
Herman? Pee Wee Herman?
Yeah, why not?
Bro,
Why
it's
not?
gotta be a joke answer. All right, now give your real answer.
Could you imagine you playing? You just
Jesus
the
Christ.
thing goes down the pew, and he's like, haha.
This guy.
A realish answer, I guess. I don't know if he would do it because he's a prestige actor. I wouldn't mind Jeremy Irons in there.
I gotta look him up too. Like it rings a bell at least.
He played Scar, and he was Alfred in the DCEU. So like BVS Batman.
Oh yeah, I could see him pulling that off.
Love Jeremy Irons.
I love
Ooh, or Andy Serkis. He does video game stuff.
Yeah, Andy Serkis is pretty
Dude, he's gonna be in that Expedition 33 game. I'm so excited for that game.
We should just who are we talking about? We were talking about in the one of the last few episodes. It's kind of more of a joke answer, but oh my god, why can I not think of his name? We were talking about him like a few episodes ago, where he's in like Death Stranding and stuff like that.
Norman Reedus?
No.
Mads Mikkelsen?
Yeah.
He could be good. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, it would be an interesting choice, but it was kind of more of a joke answer. But it's like, oh, we were just talking about him. I don't know. I can't really think of anybody with a gravelly voice like that that could pull it off. Like I grew up with him as a voice actor, and seeing that change in Blacklist like really threw me off.
Let's do Will Arnett. Why not?
There you go. Yeah.
Did you ever play
No, we'll do what's his face? God, I cannot think of actors' names right now.
Did you ever play ELED?
Yeah, I did.
That game is not a good game. I mean, it's an okay game. It's not bad kind of on purpose, but the voice cast in that game was incredible.
Yeah.
Will Arnett and
Troy Baker can do everything.
Ah, Troy Baker. Yeah, it will probably be Troy Baker if they recast.
Right. I feel like they would. Although Troy Baker is a solid voice actor. Like I feel like he kind of just plays the same role a lot of the time. Like he kind of,
Yeah, but it works.
It does work. Like he killed it as Joel.
All right, then we've got from Thrawn, and this should be the last of the Assassin or the Ubisoft questions. And we've already kind of talked about this. What do you think is the future of the Assassin's Creed franchise in your opinion? They're doing those 10 games, scattered all over the place. It seems like they're just kind of not desperate, but they're trying to figure out what to do with it. Who knows? Like I said, I would really prefer if they just do a smaller game to wrap up the present day stuff. Like with, I think it's like Juno or Minerva or whatever. Bring back Desmond for it. Just tie all that stuff up and then just do games strictly set in the past.
Yeah, I don't know, it's hard. I have a hard time seeing what the future of it's going to be.
Give us more movies.
Yeah.
Did you see the movie?
Yeah, it was not good.
I thought it was okay.
It was well, I didn't hate it. It was very mid.
I liked how they reimagined the Animus. I also liked how it isn't a separate continuity from the games either. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I was very disappointed that we didn't get to see Michael Fassbender riding a horse while he was in the Animus, where he's just trotting in the air. So disappointing there.
Right.
It could have been so good, but they kind of dropped the ball with that.
Yeah, they did.
It was my first 4K movie though.
I still don't even own any 4K Blu-rays.
It's rare that I own them, but it's
does it even make that big of a difference? Blu-rays already look really clear on my 4K TV.
If it's cheap enough, I'll get the 4Ks because usually it's a 4K Blu-ray combo, and then that way if something happens to one of them, I have the other.
Side
So,
tangent. I think it's stupid that Blu-rays still include the DVD 90% of the time. Who still watches DVDs?
um,
Come on, people.
I'm trying to think when. I don't think I've gotten
Get
a lot of DVDs in
there's
mine.
like a lot of the
They
Blu-rays I've
do.
been buying
They
lately.
do.
They still include. I'm just like,
Well,
I don't want the DVD. Just
yeah,
give me
but
the Blu-ray,
DVDs are still like the dominant physical media.
which is crazy. It's like, come on, people.
It's
DV-
because, and I don't want to generalize it, but like the vast majority, like this isn't the way that I kind of separate it in my head. Like Midwestern people or older people or whatever, they don't notice the quality difference, and they're just like, this is good enough, and it's like dirt cheap, so they just buy that so much.
not even just like older
Not to
people.
offend Midwestern,
My
but I feel like it.
yeah,
I'm talking more
but
like Eustace and
even my
Muriel and Courage the Cowardly Dog out in Kansas.
even my girlfriend apparently doesn't notice it. She's like, "Oh, let's just watch the
Oh, it's
DVD." I was like,
insane.
"Oh, it's
It
gonna
is.
look horrible."
It is
And she watched it.
completely
It's like, "Oh,
different.
I don't notice the difference." And I'm like, "Do you need new glasses? Like, how do you not notice the difference?"
Maybe your TV's just that bad.
Like, no, because well, yeah, it makes
No.
DVDs look like dog shit
Yeah,
because they're
it's
not meant to be played on it.
crazy.
It's
I
like
haven't.
480p content on a 4K TV.
The only DVDs that I will keep, once I like purge all my DVDs, 'cause I still have a bunch from when I collected DVDs.
Yeah,
I've got Scrubs because there's no Blu-ray, and also
yes, I
the
know.
later seasons are HD,
Yeah.
so it's like it's good enough. The quality's there. How I Met Your Mother never did Blu-rays, but they were all HD, I think at that point, so it still looks good. And then one of the seasons of South Park, where I think I have like the original printing where they have like the Muhammad episodes before they got edited out. Because if you get them on Blu-ray, you can't get that episode anymore.
Mhm.
Which was the one that
Oh yeah.
was it Al Qaeda or ISIS or whoever they were like threatening them
Mhm.
for showing Muhammad, even though they had already done it like 2 or 3 times.
Mhm.
All right, let's see where we're at with time. We have we'll do 18 more minutes. Okay, real rapid fire. It's Halloween, so we were gonna do Ubisoft stuff, but I think we're running close on time, and since it's Halloween, I want to do the Halloween stuff. So, Gary, real rapid fire. Give me. We're doing. I gave
I think for
Gary.
I, I
Huh?
think for rapid firing we have time for both.
Okay. Then we'll stick with
But
Ubisoft for the time being.
okay.
Gary, rapid fire. What are 5 of your favorite Ubisoft games? We'll go back and forth. So you give me one.
Okay. So I cheated and
Oh, I cheated on a couple of these.
I lumped because I couldn't pick a favorite in certain franchises. So I
Mm-hmm.
basically like lumped two together as one. And I also couldn't narrow it down to five. I have six. So, but
Handle.
anyways, I put them in alphabetical order because I have OCD.
Mm-hmm.
And my first pick is Assassin's Creed 1/Odyssey. I know, hot take, Assassin's Creed 1, but I have a lot
I
of
like it. I
nostalgia
like
for that
Assassin's
game.
Creed 1. I
Yeah,
do
I
really
think it's
like
a
that.
solid game. Yeah, it gets a little repetitive, but what game doesn't?
All right, so
You know
then
what
I
I'm
will go with Assassin's Creed 2, but
saying?
also kind of cheat and just go get the Ezio collection because then it's the 3 games, the trilogy in one.
There you go.
Yep, your turn.
My next game is Beyond Good and Evil.
Okay, solid, solid.
Loved that game on the GameCube, and I might actually buy the anniversary remaster, whatever that came out recently on PlayStation. And go for that, baby.
Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah,
Did they do
they
a
released.
remaster?
They did a remaster. They released it. I think it's been about a month at this point.
Oh, I have the 360 version on my Xbox.
Yeah, but this version has a platinum. They added more
Ooh,
trophies and stuff to it.
oh, very nice.
Yeah.
My next game is the Division 2. I like Division 1, although Division 2 I played during COVID. Sold it for like $3, and I went to DC like years and years and years in a row for like vacations with my dad.
Mhm.
So seeing DC like in a video game was incredible because I was like, I've literally been to some of these places. It was
That's
awesome.
cool. Yeah, that's cool.
So Division 2, very good game. I'm excited for Division 3. I have one achievement left in Division 2 to finish the last raid, which is a nightmare.
Ooh.
But you have to finish it with 8 people. So
Is it part of the main set or a
no,
DLC one?
no, it's all DLC.
Okay, okay.
Yep, yep, yep. Your turn.
Mine would be I originally threw in just Far Cry 3, but I don't know. It might be either a two or a three-way tie. I really enjoyed the first one on PC, not
Mm-hmm.
the crappy version that came out on Xbox. Um, because the first one was super hard, but holy crap, the graphics were amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt so like the AI felt like it was super aggressive. They were super smart. But I don't know. Three kind of just refined. I feel like three is the peak of that Far Cry formula. And then they literally just copy and pasted that same formula like 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I really liked four too. That's why I'm like, it might be a three-way tie. Four kind of feel like to me, four feel like felt like feel like four feel like, um, four felt like it kind of took three's formula and before it overused everything, it kind of like expanded on it just enough. So I don't know. I can't choose between the three. So one, three, and four are kind of like my three-way tie.
All right. My next three are actually like they're borderline deep cuts for Ubisoft. So,
Ooh.
um, mine is Might and Magic Clash of Heroes. Did you ever play this one?
Oh snap! I played Heroes of Might and Magic.
It's a 360 game. It is like matching colored characters together. There's a plot
Oh
line
yeah, yeah.
and
I think I remember that.
so much fun. I adore this game. It's backwards compatible. I
Hmm.
love this game so much. Just a blast to play with people. You get if you play as the character that plays with the like the trees that heal you. It's like you just dominate in that game. Absolute blast. You're like there's different vignettes of stories. I haven't played it in so long I don't even remember the stories, but the art style is beautiful, very fun. Uh Puzzle is not the well, there's puzzle elements to it. But there's a competitive aspect which was my favorite game mode to play with my friends. I got real dirty with it.
Ooh,
So good.
nice. Yeah, I need to look that. I always like kind of look at that one, and I heard good things about it, but I never really I never ended up trying it out. It looked like a lot of fun.
It is a blast. I'm gonna see how much it is on Xbox. Because
About
I don't think you
about
can
tree
play
fitting.
it. It could be.
I think it's on PlayStation 3 too. Didn't it come out on PSN?
So it came out on
Actually, you know what?
PS3, but I don't know if you can play it.
I think I own it on Steam. What's it called again? Might and Magic.
Clash of Heroes.
Uh,
Oh, there it is.
Clash of Heroes. I guess I don't. I thought I owned it. It looked like one of those games that I don't. I've owned like 600 games on Steam, so I lose track of what I own and what I don't.
I'll have to look it up. But yeah, your turn.
My next is a two-way tie between Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 1 and 2. Two. So one is a lot more difficult, but I feel like I played it a lot more. But two refines so many things to such a degree that I think it's just arguably a better game. I really enjoyed both. I have a hard time choosing between the two because I think in my mind I've cherry picked memories and I can't decide which ones are which. Like I can't
Mm-hmm.
decipher which memories are which game. But yeah, they're amazing games. Really fun, really difficult if you're going for some of the achievements like playing on the hardest difficulty because the AI can just completely obliterate you. But super fun. I'm not normally a tactical shooter kind of guy, but those games just grabbed me and held on.
Mm-hmm. Might and Magic Clash of Heroes to get everything is basically going to run you $17
It's not bad.
for the game and a DLC.
It seems like one of those games that goes on sale quite a bit too.
Yeah, great game though. Highly recommend.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. My next one. Yeah, I'm gonna do Naruto Rise of a Ninja. 360 game. Ubisoft exclusive on the 360. It was a open world Naruto game where you run around the village. The combat was pretty interesting where you would there was a combat aspect to it and you would do hand signs by moving the sticks a certain way. Pretty cool. I think it covered everything from think it did from the beginning of Naruto to about I think it's the end of the Chunin exam.
Okay.
Maybe when if you've watched Naruto, I think it's after the Sand Nation attacks or Sand Village.
Yeah.
So
I really enjoyed the art style in that game too.
so good. And then its follow up. The only problem is you can't complete Naruto Rise of a Ninja. There's DLCs that never worked, so kind of blows. But you can get 1,000 gamer score.
Pretty tough 1,000 too.
I am actually. I think all I have left to do is just I have to. If I ever decide to pick it back up again, I just have to go around and find all of the villagers that need me to do sexy jutsu on them.
Ooh.
I think that's literally all I have left.
I remember there being a lot of collectibles, and some of the races and stuff were pretty difficult.
Not too difficult for young Ray. But anyway, your turn.
My next is a two-way tie. I know I told you there'd be a lot of these between Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2.
Oh, great choice, great choice. I was going to select this as well.
So good.
Put your face in the game.
Kind of like Raw, Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 1 and 2. My memories overlap with 1 and 2, so I mean, I played the crap out of both of them. I got almost all the achievements in the first one, and like
Listen,
in the
we're gonna
last
get there. We're
episode,
gonna get there.
if you listened, yep, I purchased it and we're gonna play it probably pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Second one I got all the achievements too, but they're both just such good games. They're so much
Fantastic.
fun. I
Hold up very
love
well.
how they, yeah, and I love how they combine the third and first person shooting aspects where when you go into cover you switch to third person. I don't know what it is, but it's just super satisfying. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
just, and the gunplay is so good. So
My last Ubisoft favorite game. Very deep cut. Gary, you're gonna love this one. Published by Ubisoft because everyone else said no at the time. Developed by Sucker Punch. That's right. We're talking Rocket Robot on Wheels, baby.
oh snap,
Have you
the
played that?
360 one,
No, not 360. This is an N64 game.
Rocket Robot on. Oh, I know which one you're talking about. I thought you were talking about. I mixed it up with Rocket. There's what's that other Rocket game? Rocketeer or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. With like the
Yeah,
dog guy.
yeah.
No, this is
Oh, Rocket Robot on Wheels. Yeah, I remember. I don't know if I
adorable,
ever played it, but I
adorable
remember that
game.
game.
Red Nintendo 64 cartridge. It has like a very revered like physics system. I think it was like one of the earliest physics systems.
Hmm.
Phenomenal game. I'm gonna put the little guy right up here on the screen. But such a great game. I want them to do a remaster or like a port or something, but I don't really know who owns it. I think it's Sucker Punch because I think they reference it in not Ghost of Tsushima. They reference it in one of their games, maybe like in Sly Cooper.
Hmm.
But Rock Robot on Wheels is one of my all-time favorite games. Hands down.
You know it's a good game when my boy Nitro Rad makes a video on it.
Ooh, okay.
Have you watched any of his videos?
I don't think so. Nitro.
He makes his content's really solid. Like I don't know what it is. He's got like one of those like, there's just certain like YouTubers that you listen to and you're like, man,
Nitro
I can
Rad?
listen. Nitro, it's Nitro space Rad.
Yeah, I got him right here.
Yeah, he's like he has one of those voices where it's like, man, I can listen to this guy talk
Oh,
about
his name is
anything.
James,
Like
though.
so.
That's a trigger.
Okay.
Um,
My middle
alright.
name's James.
That's a
Am
shame.
I fired from the show?
I mean, you're getting there.
What else do I got to do?
Do you have another game, or do you want to move on to our Halloweens?
Yeah, so I got number 6, I'm cheating. So can't leave this is a two-way tie between Chaos Theory, Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, and
Mhm.
Conviction.
Conviction's a good one.
Chaos Theory is so good. I honestly think that might be a little bit above Conviction for me. Played the shit out of that on Xbox. They refined everything about 1 and 2 and just made it a much more approachable and enjoyable game for me. The first two, they I feel like they focus, obviously it's a stealth action game, but they focus so much on the stealth and it's pretty unforgiving. With Chaos Theory, they added close quarter combat options and they made it a lot more forgiving in regards to like different options. Like you can choke guys out, you can you can kill them. You can, there's all these different gameplay mechanics that they added to make it more accessible and to make your kind of create more stealth options for you. And my dumb little 13-year-old, 14-year-old brain had an easier time with that because of it. And then Conviction, I absolutely love the co-op in that. That has the both of those games have that spy co-op, I believe. Maybe Chaos Theory was spy versus mercs, but Conviction has like spy co-op where you're doing missions together, and you have to like sneak through stuff. Super fun. Conviction also has some really cool mechanics. People argue that makes the game too easy, but you can like tag enemies and like
Love that
you
part.
basically like it's so cool. Like
Co-op
it's
mode.
yeah, it
Co-op mode
kind of
was great too.
yeah, and it's kind of it kind of makes it more actiony, but it was a lot of fun. So I dug it.
Blacklist also very fun.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, I like Blacklist, but it just didn't feel
I
as
like
good as
Conviction better.
Conviction. Yeah, Conviction just felt more solid.
But with
I think it's
that,
because Blacklist was made. It was technically developed by a different company. It wasn't developed by Ubisoft. So
but with that, we're gonna move on to our second rapid fire, second main topic of the show. Even though we're really cutting it close at the end here. It's Halloween season. We got some Halloween recommendations for you guys. So, I will give my 4, technically 5, and then I have a 6th that I'm saving at the end because I'm going to announce what our first Let's Play is going to be, or whatever we decide to call them. So you already know what it is, I think. But Halloween games to recommend: a little gem called Pumpkin Jack, which is a
you
two.
stole mine.
I know. It is a kind of a throwback to the PS2 era platformers where you play as a headless horseman type, but you got a pumpkin head. You're Pumpkin Jack, and you're saving the Halloween realms from an evil wizard, or I get, if I remember correctly, it's actually like a good wizard, but they're evil because the Halloween land is evil. So you gotta stop him.
It's kind of similar to Medieval's gameplay.
Yeah, yep. Except, dude, that last boss fight, very tough. But, on to the next 2, Costume Quest 1 and 2. It is a turn-based RPG where you're a bunch of kids
we were rotating.
No, I'm just gonna run through mine.
Okay.
And then you can run through yours. Costume Quest 1 and 2, RPG where you run around as kids, and whatever costume you're wearing, you take on those abilities when you're in combat. Very fun game, both of them. I think I just have Costume Quest 2 on the 360 to complete, and then I'll be done with them. But great games. Then I had some trouble figuring out Halloween games, and I didn't want to go just into straight horror, but I kind of had to hang out there. Until Dawn, highly recommend. The original is really good and still holds up well.
There's not even say my list. You stole like all my games.
There's a remaster that's out. It's supposed to be okay. I don't know. There's a movie coming out. There's a potential sequel coming. There's a bunch of spin-offs, or quote-unquote spin-offs with the Dark Anthology games. So, very good. Then my 4th one, Vampire Bloodhunt Masquerade, which is a vampire battle royale exclusively on PS4, I think, or PS5. I think PS4. But very fun battle royale. I enjoyed it. And my last one I will save toward once Gary's done.
Okay, so I have 2 of these are a little bit thrown in from recency bias, but I've got Dead Space.
Cool.
Scary as hell game, especially if you play the remake. I've gone into that in great detail over the last couple episodes, so I won't, really talk too much about that. Evil Within, it's kind of like Resident Evil 4, but if Resident Evil 4 was actually scary. There's a lot of creepy ass shit in that game. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but it's kind of goes more into psychological horror than most of the Resident Evil games do, but it has similar gameplay to like Resident Evil 4. Luigi's Mansion, such a good game. Honestly, when I was a kid, it kind of spooked me a little bit. Like some of those ghosts are a little bit spoopy. Gameplay is super fun. It's a super short game too. You can bust it out in like an afternoon. Super fun though. You can play. I think they released. Ooh, I think they released 2 and 3. I think so. Unfortunately, I think the only way to play it would be either originally on GameCube, but I think they also released it on the 3DS. It's actually a decent port. The Resident Evil games, I would say, scariest one would be probably 7 or the original remake. Um, all really good games, honestly. 6 is peak, so definitely I would probably start with that one. It's the truest to the formula. So, and then it's kind of similar to your pick, but the Dark Pictures anthology. I've only played the first one, but they're pretty creepy. I don't think they're as solid as Until Dawn, but
Definitely not.
if you've already done Until Dawn, or you're kind of just looking for more of that formula, you can't really go wrong with those games. There's like 5 of them now, not even including the Quarry, which is kind of its own thing, but it's made by the same company. So, yeah, honorable mention would be Bloodborne.
Ooh, I
The
was
Souls game.
debating putting that in there too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Fantastic.
Souls game. Such a good atmosphere. Super creepy,
It's
super
my
tense.
favorite FromSoft game for sure.
Yeah. I think it's up there for me too. It's super creepy. I mean, Souls games are creepy in general, but it's a whole nother vibe. So
my honorable mention, Gary. I don't know if you played it, but if you haven't, hop on it. I think it's free. It's called Halloween Puzzle. It's just a timed Halloween puzzle matching game on the PlayStation.
Halloween Puzzle.
Yep.
Is that actually free?
I believe so.
I like how I don't know what I thought I was gonna find. I searched Halloween Puzzle
It's
on Google
literally
and
it's literally just like
jigsaws.
three or 4 difficulties of matching puzzles, and the
Isn't
hardest.
that one of those like? Isn't that one of those like freaking like 30-minute plat games?
It can be, but the hardest difficulty is actually pretty tough.
Really?
Yeah, it's a time constraint, so you have a time limit to match the. It's the matching games where like they're all flipped over and you got to memorize which one's actually where as you flip them over. So the last one is tough because you don't. As the cards flip over, they take a certain amount of time to reflip, and if you screw up too many, like you're screwed. Like you'll just have not enough time. So
okay, can't be that hard. It's an 81% platinum rate on PC profile.
No, it's just that last one is just hard as far as. Yeah, but the last game that I will recommend that me and Gary are going to work on, and it's probably going to be our first Let's Play on the Platinum Achievements channel that I'm hoping to actually have up this week for this episode to launch on. I will be launching it also. This one will be released on this channel, my personal channel, and then also on the Platinum Achievements channel. So this should be the first one on there. And then I might just send over the archive of the old episodes onto the next one. But we're going to play a game called Hidden Cats in Spooky Town. It's a hidden objects cat game. I've talked about them before, but they just released the Spooky Town game. I did take a look at it earlier tonight. Looks just like the other ones almost exactly, except it's Halloween themed, so that's pretty cool. And the way we're going to do it...
Where's Waddle with cats?
Yep. The way we're going to do it is we'll only be seeing my gameplay, but Gary will be playing a version as well, and we'll just be talking back and forth while we play it.
And whoever finishes level first, the other one has to take a shot.
We could do that. So we will play the harder level, and then depending how long that takes us, we won't be able to try like the hardest level, because the way it works is you have a normal mode with set cats in the big area. Then you got a hard mode where the cats are randomly placed, but you also got to find a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Then, as you find the special cats in the harder difficulty, you unlock bonus levels, which are smaller and placed slightly differently, but not really. And once you finish all those, then you unlock the massive level where you have 100 people to find and 100 cats to find. So, they're fun. I love those games.
Although I used to love those books when I was a kid, like
dude, you're gonna like this game.
The Find the Objects books. I was like, oh, it's right up my alley.
I'm gonna Joseph A. Bank you. You're gonna like this game. I guarantee it. But with that, there were 2 achievement related questions like actually achievement related questions. We won't get into them now because they might warrant further discussion. But let me see, who were those by? Dubd and Darkwing. We will answer those next time. I apologize, but time got away from us as it always does. Gary, thank you for joining me on this week's episode.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. And I gotta get to bed. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody. Happy hunting.
Bye.
Oh, man, it didn't record any of that. I'm just
Well,
joshing.
sucks for you.
I'm just joshing.